right, Skelton, our show 1519, the VTR 11166, air date June 21.
CBS presents this program in color.
From Television City in Hollywood,
The Red Skelton Hour.
Hey there, guy!
Hi there, honey. We'll be doing fine.
Riding high,
Fast and funny to the finish line. Fill the stands with the local gentry. Look out, 'cause we're ready to go. Clap your hands for your favorite entry that's winning a place on the show. Our guest star, Vincent Price. Our special guest stars,
the supreme food.
David Rose and his orchestra. The Alan Copeland Singers. The Tom Hanson Dancers. And here he is, Red Skelton.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, I feel good tonight, but we feel kind of bad around here at the studio because one of our cue card boys, Harry Kelly, is going to go in the Army. And he's been drafted. He's got to go. It's a... Are you applauding because he's going or because... No, it's not too bad, you know. I could have been an officer in the Army, but they never came around the guardhouse to see the good work I was doing. Hey, you know, I'll never forget, I used to say, why do I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning? And this sergeant says, to beat the enemy. I said, I don't want to beat them. I'll get up when they do. We had a wonderful outfit I was with, you know. We had one guy that was an expert in gas. He was the cook. Hey, when I was taking my basic training up at Camp Roberts, well, we were on this bivouac, see? And I'm standing out in the middle of the field, and this lieutenant yells at me, he says, Skelton, get out of the middle of the field. You want to get killed? I said, what? He says, we're simulating that the enemy are on top of that hill. I said, oh, they'll never get me, sir. I'm simulating I'm behind a big rock. Hey, one time they had general inspection. General Yoo-Hoo Lear was coming through, see? So they wanted the whole camp cleaned up. So they had us rookies over there cleaning up the officers' quarters. We don't know the difference, see? So we go to chow, and on the way back, see, we had one lieutenant I got to tell you about. His name was Winburn. Everything, he was from Texas, and everything is twice as big in Texas, no matter what you say. I say, how do you like this Camp Roberts? He says, you think this is a big camp? He says, well, down in Texas, we got a place called Hood. You could hide this in one corner. We got induction centers twice as big as this in Texas. I said, well, how do you like that little Paso Robles Inn? Isn't that a nice little hotel? He says, that's a hotel. We got drive-ins that are bigger than that. He says, we got them twice as big in Texas, just drive-ins. Everything was twice as big. So we're up cleaning his room. See? So we go to chow, and on the way back, we cross over this little bridge, and I look down and I see a lot of little hard-shelled turtles, see? So I said to the guy, put them in your fatigue, see? So we fill the pocket. This is true. We fill our pocket. Fill our pocket full of these things. We come to his room, and we stuff them under his pillow, see? And we're laughing and carrying on, and he comes in, and he says, attention! I said, yep. He says, what's going on here? Good heavens, what's that? I said, them's California bed bugs. Don't tell me you got them twice as big as that. We wish old Harry a lot of success in the Army, and hurry up home, all the fellas, hurry up home. Hey, and I got another surprise for you. Tonight, on January the 29th, they're having the Palm Springs Rodeo, and I would like for you to meet now the queen of the Palm Springs Rodeo. The queen. Hey, so you're the queen. What are the duties of a queen of a rodeo?
Just to invite the people to come down and have fun at the rodeo.
Is that what they do, huh? Can I come?
Yes, here's an invitation, and it's from a movie star.
An invitation from a movie star. I'll bet it's Sophia Loren. Horse court ride. You know, you're kind of pretty.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I'll bet you a nickel I can kiss you without touching you.
All right.
Yeah? All right.
You touched me.
Okay, here's your nickel. Say, do you ever watch my show?
It's a must in our home.
A must?
If I don't watch you, I won't get my allowance.
Oh, you're kidding. What a horrible thing that is to do. Yeah. Why would they do a thing like that?
That's why I keep asking Mother, Dad.
Yeah. This is my daughter, Valentina, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people think she looks like her mother, but she actually takes after me, you know. If you look real close, you can see the resemblance, huh? Do you like my show?
Yeah, it's real peachy.
Real peachy, huh? Like the jokes?
They're real peachy.
How about me?
You're a little fuzzy, too.
Do you know that I'm going to be in the rodeo?
I didn't hear that.
Yes, I am. I'm going to ride a horse.
I didn't hear that.
They say when I ride, I look like part of the horse.
I heard that.
Now, when I ride, I got a lot of poise and personality, you know?
I heard that.
What?
Poison personality.
Was there anything else I can do for you?
Well, I'm going to be needing $40.
$40?
To ride in the parade.
To ride in the parade? Why?
Well, I have to get a riding habit.
You got a what? You
Get
got
a riding habit.
You got to get a riding habit. Why don't you get the walking habit? Here, I'll tell you what. There's $40. There.
Oh, thanks. You're the sweetest, kindest dad I ever had.
Oh, really?
Thank you.
Right. You want to know something? That's the longest conversation I've had with her since they put in the phone. You know, talking about the rodeo, I would like to do now a little pantomime of a prospector and a rattlesnake. The prospector and the rattlesnake.
Beautiful music,
Dangerous rhythm. It's something daring, the continental. A way of dancing that's really ultra new. It's very subtle, the continental, because it does what you want it to do.
it has a passion, the continental, an invitation to moonlight and romance. It's quite the passion, the continental, because you tell of your love while you dance. Your lips whisper so tenderly, her eyes answer your song. while you're dancing. It's continental, it's continental. You sing while you're dancing. Your voice is gentle and sentimental. You know before the dance is through that you're in love with her and she's in love with you. You'll find while you're dancing
But there's a rhythm in your heart and soul.
a certain rhythm that you can't control.
And you will do the continental
All the time, beautiful music, dangerous rhythm, the sweet and gentle and sentimental, continental.
Tonight, Red Skelton as George Appleby and Vincent Price as Dr. Sigmund Fraud in The Agony and the Nag-Ony.
Oh, that George Appleby, I hired him as an assistant upholsterer, and he isn't here yet. I'll dock him for every second that he's late. 1 second. 2. 3. 4. Ouch! 6. 7. 8.
You just sewed my navel. I'll have nothing to button my pants on. Don't expect any work out of me today because I'm all sewed up. Here. There you are.
George Appleby,
Yeah.
do you see that clock?
Yeah, it's been there all the time.
Yeah, well, one hand is on the 9, the other's on the 1. You know what that means?
9 to 1, you're gonna fire me.
All right, what's your excuse this time?
Oh, it's a sad story, sir. I had to take my wife to the hospital.
What for?
Well, I was hoping she might catch something. Oh, well, a bottle of ketchup. How do you do?
Young man, could you show me something in a love seat?
Oh, in my day, I could have.
George, if you lose this customer, there'll be a pink slip in your envelope.
Oh, good. If Clara can wear the pants in the family, I can wear a pink slip. Yeah, I'll take care of it. Yeah, what is it, Red Riding Hood?
My husband is interested in a tall, high boy.
Oh, and why did you marry a short, fat girl?
Young man, don't try to bamboozle me.
Oh, I don't think there's any room in your bamble for any more boozle.
Oh, is this chair a Louis the 14th?
Yeah, but the way you're squeezing into it, I think you better take a 50. Oh, boy, I tell you, lady, you're fat. I don't know whether to chop or blast. You know, Berkeley never had a set-in like this.
I want the manager.
The manager, there's barely room in there for you.
Oh, get me out of here.
You know, Halligan, why don't you wear it home? And if you don't like it, bring it back. Huh? One good thing, you won't have to worry about getting a seat on the bus.
Send the bill to my husband. Oh, Olio.
Oh, Olio. What does he do, design donuts?
No, he's the margarine king.
How do you like that? The Margarine King's wife has a high-priced spread. Come again, fat lady.
Okay, George, here's your take-home pay for the week.
Oh, good.
How would you like it? Heads or tails?
Oh, you got me that much again. I'll tell you, if I put that salary in my piggy bank, instead of it going oink, the pig would go.
George Appleby!
I think it's a thunderstorm.
No, it's my wife, Clara.
How can you tell?
There's no lightning.
Look, George, you better hide your money.
Oh, yeah, I'll put it in my mouth. It's a good thing I went with the class that had 20% more cavities.
All right, George, stop sewing with that needle and let me have it.
You ought to know better than that. Okay.
Oh, jackpot!
Yeah.
That's all.
We're only acting, lady. Good heavens, I feel 3 inches shorter.
George,
Yeah.
I should have married somebody that deserves me.
Yeah, it's too bad Jack the Ripper's dead.
What was that, George?
I says I'm glad the back of your zipper is red.
I thought so.
No, that's what I said. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Ah!
Sakes, I'll see you later.
Not if I see you first, I'll tell you that. The Tutti Frutti Man. Not the Tutti Frutti Man.
How do you do?
How do I do what?
We'll get to that later on in the show. I am your friendly door-to-door psychiatrist.
How about that? A psychiatrist with curb service.
My name is Dr. Sigmund Fraud.
Sigmund Fraud.
LLD, LLD, LLD.
What's that stand for?
La-di-da-di-da-di-da. I'm a society doctor. You see, I'm part of the upper crust.
You look a little crummy to me, buddy.
Oh, Dr. Fraud.
Here's a man.
What can we do for you? Would you like to have your couch recovered?
Yes, please. It's waterlogged. You see, my patients cry a lot.
Oh, maybe they're sitting on some loose cats. Here, we could fix this for you. Good heavens, who was your last patient? Flipper?
No, as a matter of fact, my last patient was an 80-year-old man married to a 20-year-old girl.
Oh, what was his problem?
Different religions.
Dr. Fraud, what would you like on your couch?
Oscar Levant, then I could retire.
Say, may I suggest one of our overpriced specials today? A genuine kangaroo. Genuine kangaroo skin.
Well, why should I want a genuine kangaroo skin?
Well, then the patients could cry in the pocket.
Oh, I can't believe that. You mean grown-up people crying?
They cry.
Well, there's always something in their past that's bothering them.
Yeah.
Their mother, their father.
My father! He hated me! Oh, Daddy! Why did you hate your little boy? I know why his father hated him. He's a lousy actor.
But you see, then again, people can be bugged.
Look, I've been, oh boy, I'll tell you.
But that's a medical term, you know. They can be bugged by their husband or their wife.
Wife? My wife? My wife hates me. She hates me, I tell you. And I hate her. I tell you. That's the only thing that's held us together. Us hating each other, I tell you.
You know, I once proved that a patient's wife was balmy, and he got rid of her.
You mean? If I can prove that Clara is batty, you can make me a free man?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I once convinced a wife that she was a worm. Maybe I can do the same for your Clara.
Oh, good. It'll get me out of the marriage, and I'll always have someone to go fishing with. Let her wiggle her way out of that, huh?
Now, as I understand, George, so that you can get rid of your wife, you want me to prove that she is non-compos mentis?
No, she's not from Memphis. She's from Philly.
Oh, I see. Well, you see, in the psychiatric profession, we say that she has blown her stack.
Oh, you should see her in a bathing suit, boy. The way she's stacked, she blew that a long time ago.
Yes.
Oh, George!
That's my wife, Clara. That's her. That's the voice of the turtle.
Oh, how do you do, Dr. Fraud?
Isn't that horrible? I'll tell you, Doctor, kissing Clara is like washing your face in a bucket of hog livers. And I'll tell you something you don't know. You're on my foot. Get up.
George, tell me, Dr. Fraud, how long have you been practicing?
How long have you been practicing?
She learned to kiss in college. She used to blow up the basketballs. Footballs, and that takes care of that.
Mrs. Appleby, won't you lie down on the couch?
Now listen here. George, why did you bring me to this psychiatrist's office?
He's going to make us happy.
What's he gonna do? Introduce us to two different people?
Lie down, lie down.
Now, lay down. Yeah, maybe the ceiling will fall on her.
Yes. Now tell me, Mrs. Appleby, when did you first suspect that there might be trouble in your marriage?
At the wedding.
Actually, Dr. George and we have a wonderful home life. You know, I'm up early every morning to squeeze him some orange juice.
Squeeze orange juice. She said she shoves an orange down my throat and then tightens my necktie.
You're making lots of notes, Doctor?
Sure, someday I might have a show of my own.
Well, it must be one of us.
You know, there's something very strange here, George. There's something very strange here. I'd better look it up, huh? You know, somehow I feel that something's rubbing me the wrong way.
Maybe it's them cheap underwear. What's the matter? What's up? What's the matter? What do you want to do? Want to steal something? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Doctor, is the phone ringing?
No.
Well, then would you answer my head? Oh.
Now, Appleby, I think you'd better lie down on this couch.
I think I'd better because I just not all there for the sudden. Sir. Oh, thank you. Say, it's nice here at Fort Ord.
I can't so sharp.
Tell me, Colonel,
Yes,
what's
sir.
the whack doing in the barracks?
Now, one of you is loony. Let's find out who, shall
I'll
we?
give you a hint.
Yes.
If the clock strikes, the bird won't say cuckoo, it will say Clara.
Clara. Now, Doctor, you know I treat George like a baby. Every night I rock him to sleep.
Oh, yeah. You should see the size of the rock, though.
George, how do you sleep at night?
Well, to start off with, I close my eyes. Then I put my hands on my hips.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I hope you have a good excuse for that.
Yes, that's so nobody will steal my pajama box.
That isn't the answer I had in mind, but I'll accept it.
There's a lot of answers you won't get tonight.
Believe me, Doctor. Doctor, I'd rather be married to George than to Cary Grant, Richard Burton, and Frank Sinatra.
By gum, if that don't prove that she's batty, nothing will.
A perfect wife and an unhappy husband.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't have to look up so many things if I hadn't flunked out the first year in college.
What's the matter now? What you got in mind? Huh? What little trick you got cooked up now? Don't you hit me with them bookmarks again. You got... Ah!
haven't heard a scream like that since I caught my finger in the pencil sharpener. George. George, you've got your thumb in your mouth.
Well, a guy's got to put his thumb somewhere.
George, you are reverting to childhood.
Yes, George. Why is your thumb in your mouth?
In case it rains, it won't get wet.
You know, I think I better go over George's problems privately.
Yeah, that means us.
Yes, I certainly can understand that. Well, goodbye, Doctor.
You. You know, George, I have very sad news for you. Your wife is perfectly normal.
You know what you just did?
What?
She appreciates that. My wife is what?
It's perfectly normal.
She's as foxy as a $10 mink. You come to our You come to our house tonight, and I'll prove she's nuts.
All right, I'll be there, George. But just for the records, why does a grown man keep his thumb in his mouth?
Because that idiot just put my finger in the pencil sharpener like that. Hey, I'm glad that happened. All the flavor's out of that one. You wanna go? My Psychiatrist record. Oh, good heavens, that's probably Clara. Yes, dear. Oh, I thought you was my wife.
Yes, dear. Boy, do you need a psychiatrist. You thought I was your wife,
I thought you was my wife.
Well, I always look like that after a fresh shave. Yeah, now, you know, I've been thinking it over, George. Your wife is perfectly normal, and I refuse to go along with this scheme to break up your marriage.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Well, you'll never get anywhere in life, boy. I'm going to tell you something.
What?
I had something big all cooked out for you.
Yes.
I was ready to go as high as $25.
Oh, goody, goody, goody. Oh, for $25, I'd start a fight between Sears and Roebuck. As they say in the beer can business,
yes,
we're going to have to find out how to make your wife flip her top.
Well, we'd better do something because I've already called the men from the Beverly Hills Boopy Hatch to come over. That's probably them.
Yeah.
George, I'm home!
Is that Clara calling all the way from the car?
Yeah, she ought to wear her seatbelt a little higher, over her mouth.
You know, there must be some way to convince your wife that she's lost her marbles.
I've got something that might work on the Victrola here.
What's that?
It's a phonograph right here.
Yes.
Do you really want to drive your wife crazy? Sure you do. Here's a little game called How to Get Your Spouse Out of the House.
This record's called Wife a Go-Go.
Method number 1, ping pong. This is to make your wife think you're playing ping pong. I'll do the sound effects. Ready?
All right,
Ready,
George.
come
Yours,
on, here.
sir.
Oh,
Come on, yours, sir.
good.
There you go.
I'm not very good at this, but here.
Good evening, Doctor. Hello, stupid.
Why don't you shake your head like that when I ask you to marry me? Clara, you look tired.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you... Don't walk through the ping pong table. Go sit down. Good heavens. Oh, she's out colder than a polar bear's arch.
Yes, to put it medically, she's cracking faster than Ed Sullivan's knuckle.
That's nothing. When I get through with my next little act, Ollie, she's gonna be nuttier. She's gonna be nuttier than an elephant's trunk.
Well, all right, Stan. Oh, here now.
Now then.
Whoa.
Oh, Who does George think he's kidding with this ping pong bit?
Now, that's cheating. Once you're off your rocker, it's no fair getting back on.
Doctor, how much did George pay you to drive me nuts?
$25.
$25. Well, get on my side and I'll double the 25.
Wow, 35.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be hard to drive George nuts. He's halfway there now.
Butterfly, I'm flitting all over the room. I'm flitting here, I'm flitting there.
Oh, my, look what just flew in. A giant butterfly.
I'm a butterfly, a butterfly. My name is Barbara.
That must be the one. Joe, get the net.
No,
Let's
I
go.
won't.
Get him. Get him.
That's not me. Here.
Get him, Joe. Come on.
It's not me, believe me. It's not me.
Hurry up.
My name is Barbara. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest star is not only a famous actor, but a very fine gentleman. And he's also one of America's most prominent art authorities, Mr. Vincent Price.
Thank you, Ransom. Thank you.
Gee, if I'd have known you were coming, I'd have cut off an ear. This is not one of your mad scientist inventions, is it? One of those mad science invention things? You know, this is not a horror program.
Well, that is a matter of opinion.
I'm just kidding. Oh, sure.
As a matter of fact, I've had so much fun on your show that I'm going to do a big favor for you.
Really?
Yes, sir. I'm going to sell you a painting by Whistler.
Whistler? Not that old lady sitting on a crummy chair.
Oh, no, not Whistler's mother. No, this is really rare. It's a very little-known painting called Whistler's Father.
Whistler's father? Didn't know he had one.
What did you think? His mother sat in that chair all her life? She had to get up everywhere. You know, I'm going to give you a special deal on this picture, Ed. I'm going to sell it to you for only $500.
You do that. $500.
That's right.
I bet I could get it cheaper in the catalog.
Oh, no. Not this masterpiece, Red.
Really?
No, wait a minute.
Whistler's father, huh?
Yes, that's right. There.
Is that the old boy?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, it sure looks real, don't it?
Like it?
I'll take it.
Oh,
I'll take
sold,
it. $500.
sold.
There you are. There you are. 5 good old American stage money dollars. Yeah. Wait a minute. How do I know this is the real Whistler's father?
Oh, that's easily authenticated. Hey, wait a minute. What about my $500?
Tell him he can whistle for that. Join your wife on the chair.
Good night, David.
Good night, Chet.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a real treat for you. A singing group that made 5 consecutive #1 hit records, the Supremes. We'd like to welcome you to our show.
Thank you, Mr. Skelton.
By the way, are you 3 from this country?
Sure, can't you tell by the way we talk?
Well, yeah, but your hair fooled me. I didn't know if you were 3 girls from America or 3 boys from England. Ladies and gentlemen, the Supremes.
your baby with a Dixie melody. Oh, when you croon a tune from the heart of Dixie. Just hang that cradle, mummy mine, right on that Mason Dixie line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all the love that's in ya. Weep no more, my lady, won't you sing that song for me? Sing it slow, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver the minute they sing that Swanee River. Rockabye, you rockabye, baby, with a Dixie melody. Dixie melody. Oh, when you croon a tune from the heart of Dixie. Just hang that cradle, mummy mine, right on that Mason Dixie line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all the love that's in ya. Weep no more, my lady. Oh, sing that song for me. Sing it slow, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver the minute they sing that Swanee River. Rockabye, you rockabye, baby, with a Dixie melody. Oh, rockabye, baby, with a Dixie melody. Oh, with the D-I-X-I-E, melody. With the D-I-X melody.
And now, The Silent Spot, starring Red Skelton. Tonight, Red plays the part of a composer who needs absolute privacy to compose his greatest composition. So, he buys a mountain cabin hideaway, sight unseen. will be back in a minute. Here he is again, Red Skelton.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our sponsors and staff, we sincerely hope that our entertainment and our products have brought happiness into your homes. So until next week, we'll say goodbye for now, and may God bless. Good night, and thank you.
Clear the track, hold your horses, it's our time to run. We'll be back, joining forces, when a week is done. So goodbye, until the moment when we'll see you all again. To our friends near and far, everywhere, au revoir.
The song Mother Dear was pre-recorded. This is Art Gilmore speaking.